Hello, everybody. It's Dave from Tanked Up Life doing an update on my 30 gallon, or I should say 29 gallon technically, fish tank. I swapped this out from a 28 gallon bow front, which just the silicone started getting beat up. It was about 4 years old, and I don't know. It just wasn't looking great. And anyway, I got this on sale. It was like $30 at Petco, and then the stand was on sale, which I absolutely love, for like $152. Just an awesome stand. I wish it would have come with more shelves, but came with two shelves, adjustable height. Obviously, you can put a canister filter in there and take out a shelf. I do have a Fluval 307. I don't know. I might put it in there. I'm not really sure. But anyway, just it's so nice and crystal clean and crisp. Really love it. I got the new Higer light for it, which is amazing. Got this on Amazon. Listen, I'm not sponsored. I don't have affiliate links. Okay, I just do this for fun. Awesome light. It's programmable over here, and you can program the first set of buttons of numbers is when the light comes on and off. Second is for moonlight mode, but you can change the moonlight color to whatever you want. You can see it's got a full rainbow spectrum. Just a really awesome light. And overall, I'm really happy with how this tank came out. I found it amazing. That's one piece of driftwood sculpture. It cost about $60 at my local fish store, but absolutely perfect. Shoved some Java fern in between the branches. I did buy these rocks. I don't know if I love them. I thought that between the black substrate and these black and white rocks, it would look good, but I'm kind of iffy. But at this point, it was, I think, $50 for the rocks, so they're staying. The background, this is something different. I really don't go with these picturesque backgrounds, but my 20-gallon high has a black background, and I put a white frosted, like the window background on this. I just didn't like how it looked. I found this on Amazon. It's some type of like cloth material. I don't know, people were complaining about how it's wrinkled. You have to iron it. You can't see a single wrinkle in it. Yes, it was wrinkled. It had the crease lines from the folds, but I actually am kind of blown away. I think it's just the perfect backdrop for this tank. It just matches. It blends so perfectly between my driftwood and the driftwood in the picture. You can't see it, but there's actually blue neon tetras as part of the background. So I'm very happy with it. A lot of activity. If you can see here, I've got some Amano Shrimp. I love these guys. I believe there's five in here. Actually six, and for whatever reason, they're all hanging out on this piece of wood. They all seem to kind of hang out together. You can see one of them just molted. I don't know if you can see, but that clear shape, that's the molt. Sometimes I take it out. They say you can leave it in. It's good for the, it's just more calcium. I do have one red cherry shrimp in here, maybe two. Actually, I do have two. I think there's another one in the leaves there. I'm gonna add more shrimp, and I do have one assassin snail. And if you see this guy, really cool. They bury themselves and they wait for prey. But what I'm always worried about, and let's just see, hopefully he doesn't attack this shrimp, is that they will eat baby shrimp and small fish. They're actually a mollusk. They are not a snail. So I don't know what I'm doing with him. I've not had any problems with pest snails in this tank. I don't know if I should give him the credit for that or not. But yeah, there's no pest snails, which is amazing because they just, the tanks get overrun with them. A lot of activity going on here. The tank is a little cloudy right now. I don't know why. I just put some AccuClear in here to try to clean it up. But really just coming out great. One of the things I want to go over with you guys is, if you look at this plant, the top of this plant, how it's all flowered, okay? That is, let me tell you a little secret that I actually figured out online, and it literally works. Most of these lights have a blue moonlight mode, okay? If you look up what does a plant need to flower, it'll tell you that it needs blue and red light. So what I do is half the week when the moonlight mode goes on, I'm gonna trigger it right now. I do red light, okay? And then, the other half the week, I'll switch it to blue. And you will see that once you start using some red light, the tops of your plants will almost immediately begin flowering. Here's another. Now these plants are new. They don't even have roots on them yet. I got them at the local fish store. They did not have those flowers on top. They have no roots. I didn't know if they were even going to survive. And they just, red light, and this is not the first plant that this has happened to. Red light makes a lot of plants flower. So I highly recommend, if you can change the spectrum at night, if you have a light like this, switch it to red for a week, and you will see that your plants that have those those leafy types of plants are going to start to bloom. It's really incredible. I have one mystery snail in here, and no idea where he is. These guys are really cool. Those are platinum neon tetras. They look kind of like Frankenstein fish, but I will say that they do have a nasty temperament. I probably will not be getting more of them. I had to move them out from one of my other tanks because they were just beating up on everybody. In this tank, I think there's enough fish and a lot of schooling fish that they really are not bothering anybody. But even at the fish store, I went to the local fish store today, and they had 3 left, and they were chasing around all the other fish in the tank. So they're really cool looking, very rare, I think. I've never seen these anywhere else, but they're not like regular neon tetras. They have a really bad attitude. I've got some harlequin rasboras. You see they're schooling with rubby nose tetras, which are my favorite fish. I mean, look how they're just shoaling back and forth like that, the group. And that's kind of what I like. I really like smaller fish. I did buy one honey gourami at one of my other local fish stores. It was honey gourami day. I got this guy for $3. I'm hoping he doesn't start messing with anybody. Usually one honey gourami, you're not going to have any problem. So he's, let's say, that unique fish that's in the tank. And other than that, the only thing that I think I need to add is I have 2 Cory catfish. I could have swore I had 3. I don't know if one died in the move or not, but now I seem to only have 2. So I want to buy another 1 or 2 more of those, but I'm going to wait till the tank gets a little more established. It's only been up and running for, I don't know, I want to say 2 weeks or so. It is technically cycled. This is the same gravel that was in the 28-gallon bowl front. So this, it's already has the beneficial bacteria in it. These filters, I know I discussed last time. Aqueon Quiet Flows, I just still think they're amazing, and they have biogrids built in. The blue is a biogrid. This other blue is also a biogrid. The bottom there is an ammonia block. I'm kind of just letting it wear out. I don't really need it. If a tank is cycled, you don't need an ammonia remover block. But you know what? There's beneficial bacteria growing on it. So what else is different? I did add sponges to the intakes on both filters. These filters are only rated at 125 gallons per hour, which is decent. It's nothing amazing. And they do have telescopic intakes. But I've had 3 times now where literally they're sucked out the water so strong that fish have gotten stuck to them. So I found a 4-pack of these foam on Amazon, and they fit pretty well. And I think they'll help slow down the filters clogging. I never really liked using the sponges around the intakes. I know they're great because they build up a lot of beneficial bacteria, but if you look at all the plant leaves and whatnot that get stuck on them, that look kind of drives me crazy. I really like a pristine looking tank, but I don't want my fish getting sucked up, so those will have to stay. The perk is I can probably just easily pull them off. You take a Ziploc bag, put it under it, drop it right down into the bag and close the bag up so all those leaves and stuff don't get all over the tank. Rinse it, shake it off with some tank water, put it back, and you're good to go. This tank I am fertilizing with a few different things. I do use API Leaf Zone, I mentioned before, the stuff is absolutely amazing. You can dose pretty high. You see there's no algae on the glass. Again, this is going 2 weeks. There's nothing. There's no algae. I had the light set at 100%. It slowly comes up. It slowly goes down at night, but no algae. And I credit that because I use, let me go to the bottom here. I use Flourish Excel with my Leaf Zone. And Flourish Excel, I dose about every 3 days. It's a very strong chemical. And the Flourish Excel basically supposed to be carbon. It keeps the algae away. So as far as what I feed my fish, I'm feeding them mostly fluval bug bites. I do feed them the Tetra Crisp, but the bug bites are awesome. I feed the bottom feeder bug bites for the catfish. I do use this Northfin community food, but I got to be honest with you, it sinks to the bottom just way too fast. So if you look here, these is very tiny, 0.5, what is it, 0.5 millimeters or whatever for nanofish. I'm sorry, for nanofish, but it still sinks to the bottom. And I do make the Rapashi gel. If anybody never uses this stuff, you've got to buy it for any of your bottom dwellers, especially for shrimp. You basically just mix it with hot water, and it pretty much immediately turns into like a jello type of gel that lasts in the water for like a day. You throw a little piece in there, and you'll have your shrimps will be all over it, as well as any of your bottom feeders. It's just an amazing food that fish absolutely love. So anyway, that's my update on my 30-gallon. I'm really happy with it. Look at the size of that Amano Shrimp. I mean, that guy is like a monster. Got some more over here. I just don't know why they're all hanging out together like this. It's really strange. Amano Shrimp will not breed in fresh water. Their eggs need to be laid in salt water. I was very excited because I did have a female that was full of eggs, but I guess they just lay their eggs and they get eaten. Very strange that a freshwater shrimp needs to basically lay their eggs in salt water where the eggs have to hatch. Basically the same as ocean water. And then at some point from there, I don't know at what stage you can move them back into fresh water. I just don't have the time to do that. It's a shame. I actually love Amano Shrimp. These guys they're just my favorite type of shrimp because they're big, they're interesting to watch, they have funny personalities. They don't bother anybody. I mean, they look like big bugs. Anyway, I think that's all I have. Give me a like if you want to see more. Any suggestions or comments, please, note them. Overall, I think the plants are doing good. I want to get some more red plants. I don't know. This guy is doing so, but he wasn't. I've had that plant for a long time. It was kind of looking a little beat up when I moved it to from the other tank to this tank. So we'll see. I probably have to buy some more red plants. I also have a piece of, I don't know what it's called, the driftwood that has all the holes in it. I shoved that back there because I'm hoping the regular shrimp, there's a shrimp coming up on the rock, start to breed, and that's just an awesome little hangout inside those holes for baby shrimp if baby shrimp need to hide out. I will think that at some point I'm going to have to get rid of the assassin snail because the assassin snails, here he is over here, they're known to capture and eat baby shrimp. I don't know if I said this already, but assassin snails are they're not actually snails. So they just behave a little differently. There's my honey gourami again. I was debating setting up my Fluval 307 on this, and I would still leave these and use these for the regular filtration, biological filtration, and filtration for with the filter pads. And then I could load up my Fluval 307 with just biomedia and a ton of Purigen, which I love. But I have to buy a new intake kit. I had a leak somewhere in the hose on the Fluval 307, and it just kept filling with air. And I tried to troubleshoot where the air was coming from, and I could not. So best bet would be to just order a new hose kit for it. But right now, I think, the tank is running pretty good just with my Aqua Quiet Flows. They're rated for 30-gallon tanks each, so you're talking 250 gallons per hour, about the same as a Title 55 filter. So that should be adequate. Anyway, again, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll give you an update on this tank again soon. Thanks, everybody.